here for a reason. We all know, like,
Happy Monday. Let me pull IG up. I've been letting IG fuck with me. I mean, funk with me. Scoot y'all back just a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. Come to the kid, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hey, if you know, you know. Mondays, Bible and Blunts are always lit. Okay. Let me put that right there. Hey, good morning, Jada. Dang, I forgot to tell Facebook we was live. I think Instagram got me shadow banned again. That's what it's giving. Like my page ain't been getting no interaction. Like right now, I'm on live and nobody is on there. Like that's impossible. That's how I know something is wrong with my Instagram. I've been knowing something was wrong with my Instagram, but lately it's been really just revealing the real deal. But good morning. Is something on my eye? Oh, I thought something was on my eye. Good morning, Sarah. You like these braids? You like that I switched it up on them? Wait till I start doing some little styles with them. I ain't really did nothing with them yet, but this week I plan on doing some little razzle dazzle with them. I ain't really had a chance to do much. Coach been a little busy, but when I do what I do, when I do how I do what I do, it's gonna be lit. But anyway, y'all, happy Monday. Thank you. They said they love the braids. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Hey, Coach Shy. I ain't seen you in a while, sis. What's going on? Good morning. Hey, Tasia. Good morning, Tay, Sarah, Elisa, Brittany, Anna, Jess. It's Monday, y'all. And if you know me, girl, this coffee hitting right. I got my fruit and my blunt about to be rolled right now. Let's get into it. Yes. If you know me, if you know Coach, if you know Rory, Mondays is just my day. Mondays is just my day. Like I'm big on how you set your tone. Like Monday set the tone for the week. Which you, however you feel on Monday, like that's gonna carry forward into the week. So for me, I try to keep my vibrations extremely high on Monday. Like I don't know about y'all, but I try to keep my vibrations extremely high. Like I wake up and I do things that make me feel good. I spread good energy. I love on my kids. Like I understand that it's important to set the tone for their week too. Like sometimes we get a little selfish. We forget about our babies. Okay, so I like to set the tone for my babies. Like Mondays to me is just the most powerful day. Like Sunday is like my reset, and then Monday is like go. It's go time. That's why on Mondays, Bible and Blunts is honestly always lit. It's always lit. God know how much I love Mondays. He know that on Monday I gotta bring a word for y'all. No cap. No cap. So for the people that this might be your first time, why is it always something missing? Every time I think I just got everything, y'all. All right, we just gonna rip it today because I feel like I don't want to go upstairs. I want to stay downstairs, and I want to go straight through today. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna just rip it with my hands instead of going to get my scissors. But anyway, for the people that this might be your first time here, what Bible and Blunts is, honestly, it's just a segment where I like to just talk about God. I pray every day and ask God to just give me a message that He wants me to deliver to my audience. And then while doing so, I like to smoke a blunt because I'm already somebody who smoke a blunt anyway. And I just like to vibe with my audience. So why not do it all together? And then before we end, I always open up the Bible and I allow God to seal my word with one of his words. And it always aligns. Like always align. This is a series that I've been doing since about the end of November. It just started off just doing it, just because I was excited about how God was showing up in my life. To be real, I was excited. It felt good. I was like, oh my God. Like I just started walking with him. I just started walking with Christ for real. Like now I can't say I didn't believe in God. That's something that I told myself I'm gonna stop saying. Because I believed in God. I just wasn't walking with God. And that's the difference. And some of y'all might be right there right now. See, it's a difference between believing in God and walking with God. You can know that he real. You can pray and you can do the actions, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to walking with God, that's when your mindset change. That's when that wisdom really kick in. Right? Hi, I just noticed that was you when you said love is present. Hi. Y'all know my mind be all over the place. Hey, Laura, baby. Right? But it's a difference between walking with Christ and just knowing that Christ exists. Or just believing who he is. Or believing in him, right? So what I realized was that I did believe in God. I just wasn't walking with him. I just wasn't walking with him. Amen. I just finished my daily bread and my blunt, period. Right? So once I decided to start walking with him, I started realizing like the work he really do. I started realizing how powerful he really was. Like God ain't nothing to play with, is what, to say the least. That's what I started peeping. Like wait a minute, I was sleeping on him. I was sleeping. What? How? Y'all ain't tell me it was lit like this. That's how I start thinking when I peep. Like, I kid y'all not. Like, me and my man was just talking about this. He said, he was just like, babe, I was just thinking the other day, like, you just transitioned for real. That's how he said it. He was like, it was never nothing crazy. Like, you ain't do no big thing. You just really just, like, transition. You really just start rocking with God. Like, and I'm like, right. See, sometimes we think it got to be this big transition. And I think this is why people run from it. Like, people really run from walking with Christ because when you're looking at somebody else walk with Christ. This wasn't my message today, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just go and let him use me because that's what I like to do. This is for y'all, not me. Me and him got our own thing going on, right? So if this where he want me to go, that's where I'm gonna go. But some of us are scared to walk with him because of how somebody else look. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine you scared to get married because their marriage ain't work out. Imagine you scared to ride a bike because she fell. But you see the whole rest of the world riding bikes. Right? We do it. Right? You can do it. You can do it even if you fall. Oh, you gonna fall. Matter of fact, let me switch it up. You're going to fall. You're going to fall. That's the beauty of it. He wants you to fall. He wants to show you that even though you fall, watch what I can do. See, some of us so nervous to fall. We so nervous to fall. See, a lot of us, when it comes to God, we think that once God in the picture, everything just going to be perfect. Ooh, I seen that when she started walking with Christ, she got a new car, she got a new house, she got a new, her business. So I'm going to start reading the Bible. Now, you start reading the Bible, and God like, oh, yeah, I'm ready to bless you, but, before I bless you, we got some fixing to do. Y'all ain't ready for that part of it. See, he ready to bless you. God gonna always bless you. But he be like, no, we got some fixing to do. We got some fixing to do before I can give you that blessing, because that blessing gonna come with a lot of weight. You think what you've been through right now was heavy, but he like, nah, once you get that, it's gonna come with a lot of weight. So I gotta make sure you right. I gotta fix your heart. I gotta fix your mind. I gotta fix your confidence. I gotta fix your pride. I'm trying to tell y'all a word right now. It's up to you if you want to listen. He told me to tell y'all this. My message had nothing to do with this today. Nothing, not nothing close to do with this. So I know that it's somebody on here that needed this. I mean, I wasn't saying nothing to do with this today, but I'm going to keep on going because this is where he's taking me. Okay? It's never that God don't want to bless you, y'all. The problem is, it's a few different things. I'm going to be real with y'all. Like, it's a few different things. One, see, when you got a lot of pride, what he do is he break you down so that you can see that you got to lean on him. He don't ever want you to think that you doing everything. Aw. Somebody said, I'm crying listening to you right now. I needed it. I appreciate you in every way. Wow. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. But that's what it is. Your pride, that pride will really stop everything. Listen. It ain't nothing that he can't stand more than pride. God will put you through a crazy storm because of your pride. They say they don't understand the more faithful you try to be, the harder it gets. Exactly. I've been absent and just been self-reflecting, and I needed this, so thank you. You know you welcome, sis. You know you welcome. But, right, that pride that had you messed up. When you got pride, God, he going to keep on putting you through things to show you that you need him. I'm trying to tell y'all. That's why we be going through them things and you be feeling so alone, because God be like, I'm going to make you feel alone so that you can only lean on me. God will take away everybody that you think you need. See, we be wondering why we losing all these people. It's because he like, nah, I got to show you, you don't need him. You don't need her. You don't need them. You don't need this. You don't need that. You need me. And guess what? It's crazy because the way he'll do it is he'll take all of that away to show you that you need him. And then once you get him, he'll bring it all back. That's why I'm so big. Oh, actually, this circling me back around. This actually circling me right to where my message was. So I guess God worked it right on out. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me on IG? I had to turn my brightness up. I just realized I couldn't see. I thought that it was the ring light. I had my brightness all the way down. Can y'all hear me? Okay. And this crazy. God brought me back around to my message. This is what I was trying to say to y'all. Is that you got to have faith, right? Ooh, this brought me right back around. Because what I was trying to say is God will... He'll take it from you just to show you that you don't need that. You need him. And he'll give it back. He'll give it back. That's why people relationships separate and then they get back cool. That's why friendships separate and then they get back cool. It ain't about what everybody else thinks. See, sometimes, and God is funny. He'll do it like that because he'll make something so deep happen. He'll make somebody really hurt your feelings, right? Like really hurt your feelings. And then he want to see what your pride gonna do. He want to see if you gonna follow your heart, which is what he say, or you gonna follow your pride. Like, and what I mean by that, see, some of y'all might think that I mean like, you gotta stay. No, what I'm saying is this. He want to know, is your pride, are you gonna put your pride aside to understand that he made that person hurt you? Some of y'all gonna miss the message. God will make somebody... We give so much credit to the enemy. God will make somebody hurt you so that you can lean on him. And then he did it all so that you could still end up with that person. It was never intended on y'all to really separate. He didn't want y'all to end. He wanted y'all to separate. He wanted y'all to pause because he needed y'all to understand how much you need him. Okay? Y'all can't miss this message here. I'm trying to tell you something. This is why when we walk away with faith. Anybody that come to me for relationship advice, I swear to y'all, and I practice what I preach. I'm not somebody that just talk. Grand Rising, Riri. Anybody that come to me with relationship advice, and you got enough, verified sort, like everything that, like you telling me enough things that make sense that person is wrong, I'm going to tell you to leave. I'm that friend. I'm going to tell you to leave. And I'm not telling you that you can't go back. I'm telling you to leave and let God reveal whatever it is he got to reveal. I'm telling y'all, this is something. I practice what I preach. I just went through a situation where I was like, nigga, I'll move out. He ain't cheat. But that's how I am. I'm so tapped into God. I gotta say he ain't cheat, because I know people be like, wait a minute, did Charles cheat? Charles did not cheat on me. But he did hurt me. Right? My feelings was hurt. My feelings was hurt. And it was to the point where I wanted to know so bad what God wanted to reveal. You gotta have faith in God. I wanted to know what God wanted to reveal, that I said, look, if you can't be honest with me and let me know what's going on here, me and my kids up out of here. Y'all know the way I love my man. But when you got enough faith in God, I'm trying to tell y'all something. When you got faith in God and you understand he always working, you willing to take that risk. So the message for today is this. Are you scared to walk away? What do it take for you to walk away? It is power in walking away. Walking away is not always permanent. I'm telling y'all, walking away is not always permanent. We get so scared of walking away because of what we want. But when you really believe in God and you got faith in God, you understand that if it's supposed to happen, trust me, it's going to double back. Even if you do separate, it's a purpose behind it. Okay? It's a purpose. It's something behind it. I hope y'all hearing me today. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to walk away. I don't give a dang if it's your mama, your cousin, your man, your kids. Sometimes you got to take a break from your kids. Girl, my husband and I just realized that because we was on the verge of divorce. To God be the glory, we pushed through. We had to take a pause. Exactly. And see, what God will do is when he wants your attention, he'll separate. God allows things to happen. I just said that in my post today. God allows bad things to happen because he needs to teach us things. He understands that as humans, the only way we really learn a lesson is if we hurt. I'm trying to... He understands that. He created us. And he know. He know that the only way you really gonna learn your lesson is if you feel it. Words don't be enough. How many times our mama told us not to do something and we did it anyway? Come on. Words ain't enough. So God will make things happen so you can feel that. And see, what happens is some of us let our pride step in. We let our pride step in. And we don't allow ourselves to feel that emotion so that we never get the lesson. We never really learn the lesson. Or we stop somebody else from learning their lesson. Right? We stop. And this is what I'm saying. See, me, when the whole situation was going on this week, it was only 3 days, y'all. Like, we got into it, right? Me and Charles don't really get into it, y'all. I'm being honest. We don't really get into it. Like, oh no, we get into arguments because arguments are healthy. Make sure they can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Hopefully y'all can hear me. But we get into arguments because arguments is healthy, but we don't get into like big arguments for real, right? But the thing was this. I had to remind myself, right? Because my pride was telling me like, you ain't got to argue for real. My pride, I'm going to be straight up. My pride was telling me, like, you ain't got to argue. You ain't got to raise your voice. You ain't got to repeat yourself. You don't got to do none of that. You don't got to do that, right? But then, like, I really had to tap back into this right here. And it started to make sense while God was putting me in certain, had me reading certain scriptures and certain verses, right? And what I realized is, like, in the past month or so, he's been showing me how much he hate pride. God just do not like pride or arrogance, okay? So I had to understand that in this situation while I'm being tested, it ain't about me. I got to move real godly. When you being tested, you got to move real godly or you're not going to get the results you're supposed to. See, a lot of us, we allow our flesh and our emotions and all these other things to control our actions. But if you really got that faith and you really got that discernment, you got that obedience, you understand that right now you got to do what God needs you to do. It ain't about nothing. That pride and all that, you got to really put it in your back pocket. And I had to realize that, okay, God, if you want me to say this, I'm going to say it. God, if you want me to do this, I'm going to do it. You want me to listen, you want me to, whatever you want me to do, I'm going to do it in this. I'm not going to follow what I want to do because what I want to do do may not be right for my kids and for myself next week. Okay? See, sometimes we get so temporary. We think it's so fast that we ain't thinking about how this shit gonna feel in a week. But when we move like God, right? When we move and we make decisions based on what he wants, ain't no way it's only 9:20 and I'm on fire like this. We only 20 minutes in, y'all. I told y'all Mondays go crazy. I thought it was like 9:45. It's 9:20 and I'm going in like this. Ooh, wait, Mondays is sick. Right? They talk about fire. But no, for real. What you do right now, and you got to think about, see, God is so wise, and he got so much grace and mercy, right? That when you move how he moves, you ain't got to worry about next week, because the decision is going to be the right decision. It's going to be smooth. It ain't going to get you into nothing. It ain't going to be nothing you got to lie about, right? Thank you, Young Tag. It ain't nothing you got to lie about. It ain't none of that. Because God, he's the only person that's perfect. And don't get me wrong, you may not move in perfection, but the goal is to move close to it. The goal is to move close to it. For real. And it ain't easy, but it's worth it. He want us to start really thinking like him. I'm trying to give y'all a word right now, man. Y'all may not have peeped, but I ain't said a cuss word yet. Uh-oh. I'm doing something. I ain't said a cuss word yet. Right? Because I get it. He ain't going to keep telling me to, man, God wanted me to stop cussing so bad. My grandma called me. This man had my grandma call me and say, listen, this been on me for 2 weeks. I need y'all to really listen to me. This is deep. Literally. This how he get when he wants you. And you can choose to be obedient or disobedient, right? But when he had my grandma calling me, and my first phone call she called, and she told me like, look, this been on me for 2 weeks. My grandma watched the whole Bible and Blunts episode. I need y'all to hear me. My grandma, she one of the most godly people that I know, for real, straight up. She don't cuss nothing, right? And she watched the whole episode of Bible and Blunts. She don't smoke, she don't do nothing. She ain't say one word about the blunt when she called me. My grandma was worried about my words. She ain't mentioned the blunt. She literally didn't, not one word about it. It was them cuss words. It bothered her spirit. Okay? Because I don't cuss in front of my grandma. But that was why he used her. What up to my brother? What up, Shell? You a little late? Oh, you missed the juicy part, but we still good. We still early. Right? I need y'all to get this. God, he wanted me to stop cussing so bad that he used my grandma. The most pure, like for real, my grandma don't cuss. My grandma don't smoke. My grandma don't drink. She's the only person. She had me praise dancing. She had me doing all kinds of stuff when I was young. So he started off slow. Look, if y'all go watch Bible and Blunts from the beginning of the year, he literally been revealing Bible scriptures to me. I went and watched some episodes, and I literally was like, oh, this word for me. I said it. He was talking about cursing. He said cursing fools. He said fools use curse words. And I said, oh, God talking to me. But I kind of swept it off. So I showed him that I peeked, but I didn't take action. I kept cussing. Boom. Somebody else hit me up, said something about me cussing. Then he like, oh, she really ain't getting it. Watch this. And my granny called me. So when my granny called me, and my granny, her first phone call straight up, she said, she just told me how much she loved me. She told me she watched the whole episode. Again, she ain't mentioned nothing about the weed, but she was like, I couldn't believe the words you was using. And I kind of just listened to her. And she was like, I don't know how you going to take this. I'm like, Grandma, how you think? What you mean? And she just was like, I don't know how you going to take this. You know, I don't want to offend you. I said, oh, no, I love constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? And we just kept talking. And she gave me, and then she told me what she had to say. And I said, I accept it. I said, I agree. I said, God been telling me this anyway. Straight up. I said, Grandma, you ain't telling me nothing wrong. God told me this anyway. Then she then we just went on and had a full conversation talking about the Bible and different versions of the Bible and our favorite chapters. And it felt good, right? Boom. This is what I'm saying. When God wants your attention, he going to get it. And he going to use whatever it takes, whether it's hurt, whether it's love, whatever it is, right? Boom, that happened. 2 days later, she called me back. She called me back to back. I ignored it. She called me again. I'm like, hello. She like, I just needed to tell you. She said, God told me to tell you that he really has a calling on your life. Like, God really have a calling on your life. Like she had to call me. She hung up. Like, she called me. I ignored it, and she called back. Like, she was serious about it. I'm like, dang. You know what I'm saying? But this is how God do. So he sent my grandma to correct me, and then he sent her to with confirmation as well. See how he did that? He like, look, fix your mouth, but I love you though. Fix your mouth, and I got you. That's all that was. See, some people would have been like, that's my grandma. She just annoying. That's what she do. Da, 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 da. But not me. I understand. I'm peeping game. I listen. I pay attention. And the only way you really able to really like tell the difference, because some people are haters. Hey, I've been waiting on you to get on here, Brandy. Brandy, Scrub Up Uniforms, congratulations. If you like it, you should put a ring on it. Hey. Hey, y'all, Brandy got engaged. Congratulations, I saw it. I synced it, sis. Congratulations. I was waiting on you to get out here, sis. You know, I be people gay, even when y'all think I know. I be watching my people. Congratulations, sis. I ain't got the scrubs on today because I came straight from the gym. But congratulations. But yeah, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Hold on. Let me grab this charger because this phone about to die. Yes, Brandy, they saying congratulations on YouTube too, sis. Everybody saying congratulations to Brandy. My girl is engaged. I love to see that. But yeah, you got to understand that God will make you walk away. He wants to. The thing is this. It's not always, like I was saying, it's not always permanent. It's just that he wants to see that you're willing. Or do y'all hear me? Sometimes God will make something happen just so you can show him that you're willing to walk away if that's what he wants you to do. Like sometimes all you got to do is tell him like, look, God, I get it. And if you want me to walk away, that's what I do. And then he'll just fix it all. He just wanted to see that you're willing to. And sometimes he'll make you do that because he's trying to teach the other person a lesson. He got to teach the other person the lesson. So if you're not willing to walk away, you're not going to fix whatever he's trying to fix in the other person. And most of the time, that's a relationship, whether it's your man, whether it's your mom. Like, that's why I be telling people, bro, when I'm coaching and people get to telling me stuff about their parents, I'm like, listen. It's okay to walk away from your parents, bro. It's okay. I get it. I know what the Bible say. Honor thy mother, honor thy father, and make your days long. I get it. But guess what? That honor, you honoring them by helping them. So look, listen, what I realized when I was just going through my little 3 days of a storm, I realized that this. Because I made a statement that said, like, damn, why I always got to get hurt to teach somebody a lesson? That's exactly what I said. I said, why I always got to get hurt to teach somebody else? And then I had to think about it, and I said, because God know that I can hold that. You know, he made my heart able to hold that. Everybody's heart is not able to hold that. See, me, he built me like this, y'all. Like, this was a real reality check I had to have this week. Some people, right, we use these phrases like God give his battle to it. That's real. He give his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers because he know how he built us. He know the heart you got. He ain't going to put nothing on you that he know that you really can't get through. He know the heart we got. God know my heart solid. He know that I'm able to take that and still forgive and still give the solid love, still be me. He know that. He knew that I could leave my dad. He knew I could really be so hurt by my dad, right? He knew that. He knew. But still allow him to be whatever, however, you know, but still give him that chance to be a grandfather. Still give him a chance to fix it. He knew that. So I had to really accept that. God knew I could handle that. He knew I could handle a miscarriage. He knew I could handle that. Anything he put me through, he knew I could get through it. I got through it. And some of us, we just fail the test. He put you up against it because he needs you to get through it. The message always somehow come back around to this because it's just real. If he put you through it, he needs you to get through it. He ain't putting you up against something that he know you gonna fold. That ain't how he work. And the thing is this, and it ain't always, sometimes it is the enemy, but guess what? If you understand and if you know what it is, God can always outpower the enemy if you let him. Heavy on it if you let him. Only if you let him. It's easy to fold. It's easy to fold. She said, trust me, 20 years. It ain't always been perfect, but yeah, I definitely had to sign my own lease. I'm out. See? That's how it be. That's how it be. You got to do what you got to do. You got to listen to God. Because if you don't, guess what? You're going to keep going through it. Because one thing about God, he loves us so much that he's so willing to keep on. See, he loves us so much that he'll hurt us. And keep hurting us. Because he wants us to learn that lesson that bad. Like, he'll really hurt us and keep hurting us. Because he wants you to learn the lesson that bad. He love you that much. And some people can't handle that. We thinking that he against us. He ain't against you. He just really wants you to learn it so bad because he needs you to see that potential. Exactly. She said quitting is easy. Being able to lean on God takes strength. Yeah. It ain't easy to lean on God. Ooh, wait. Faith is hard. I think having faith is one of the hardest things I ever did. Like, for real. And I done did a lot of shit. I done gave birth. I done did all kinds of shit. Dang. Why y'all let me cuss? Why y'all let me say that? That's $1. Dang it. But still. One cuss word, 9:32. That's good. I'm doing good. 32 minutes, one cuss word. I'll take that. Right? Faith is hard. Because for real, faith takes consistency. It takes discipline. You got to get uncomfortable. You got to really get uncomfortable. Do y'all hear me? Hey, when you have faith, listen, faith requires you to get uncomfortable. Because you get tested. Because once you start walking in faith, y'all know who gonna creep in. He looking like Swiper. He ready to swipe that faith. He ready to, You gotta be like, Swiper, no, swipe it. Swiper, no, swipe it. Okay? Because he ready. He ready. He right there, thirsty to snatch it up. And the stronger your faith get, I'm trying to man, I can't, listen. I got something that I'm going to tell y'all next week. I done built myself up for it now. It's another thing that I know God only gave me because he knew I was able to handle it. Right? I'm going to tell y'all next week. And I had to really have faith. Because he'll make you so confused. He'll make you so confused. Like, listen. The stronger your faith get, you get more and more confused because the stronger your faith get, like I just said, the enemy and it ain't always the enemy. It's really, I'm not giving the enemy no more credit. God got to test that faith because he like, ooh. Because listen, y'all got to realize this. Everybody ain't got faith. Listen to me. He said, I feel like the only time I'm on the right path is when faith makes me uncomfortable. My best work is done during that time. Don't we all, how many of us be like, I work better under pressure? How many of us have said that statement? I work better under pressure. That's because that pressure be faith. That be you getting tested. That be a test. That's why you work better, because God reveals something when you show what you can do under pressure. Under pressure is him testing your faith. So when you show him what you do under pressure, boom, the blessing follow. That's why we think we work better under pressure. The pressure is a test of your faith. I'm going to have to roll up again. It's a test of your faith. That's how he do. He be like, oh, y'all got to get it. Listen, let me break it down so y'all really understand this, right? It's not a lot of people that have faith. Think about how many people in this world. Think about how many things, and it's not even just faith, okay? Think about how many just cruel things are just happening in this world. Did you hear me, sis? Hey, sis. But think about how many cruel things are happening in this world, right? These things are happening because these people are not following Christ for real, okay? I need y'all to follow me right now. Hey, what do this mean? Every time I'm on live on both platforms, it's always the same exact number of people on both lives. Like, what do that mean? It's been like that for months. Anytime I go live on both, it's always the exact same amount of people on both. That's kind of weird. I don't know what that means. But anyway, listen. The people that's out here moving crazy, they doing all this stuff that's like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, what is really up for real? Like, we really be looking at niggas like, what? That people that's doing that, they're not really following Christ. That's what I was saying in the beginning. You can believe in Christ and not be walking with Christ. Don't get me wrong. I need y'all to hear that. You can believe in God and not really be walking with God. You feel me? It's a difference. Sometimes people think like, oh, she tripping. She think I don't believe in God because I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that. No, you can believe in God, but are you making decisions based on him? Are you walking with him? Like, are you really trying to like impress him? That's the real question. Do you really care to impress him? Because we say things like only God can judge me. Well, how much do you care about his judgment if this is what you out here doing? That's the real question. It ain't really about like, oh, no, you don't believe it. Yeah, you probably believe in him, but how much do you really care about his opinion if you out here acting so woozy? That's where it get real. It's the way that you make your decisions. How are you making your decisions? What is your decisions based on? You know what I'm saying? It ain't about if you go to church. It ain't about how much you read the Bible. It's about, do you really got a relationship with him? Do you have a relationship with God? Do you have one? Not do you believe in him? Not do you know who he is? It's not none of that. Do you actually have a relationship with him? Like, yeah, you might know your Uncle Pete, but do you got a relationship with him? Like, do you know anything about him for real? Like, some of us know our mom. We live with our mom. We live with our dad, but don't even know them for real. Like, do you have a relationship with God? That's what this all comes down to. Straight up. So you got to realize this. When people are out here making all these decisions, right? It's not a lot of people that's walking with God, okay? So when God find his people and he realized the ones that's actually walking with him, he got to test you because he got to make sure you really about that. I'm not playing with y'all. Let me take a drink because y'all probably think I'm playing or something. I've never thought to try and impress him. That's something I'm definitely going to work towards. Absolutely. Listen, I literally just told my team last night in training, when I'm going through things, like when I'm in rough times, I actually asked myself, what can I do right now to make God proud? You gotta ask yourself those kind of questions because it's so easy to do things like to get back at people. It's easy to be like, oh yeah, all right, bet you want to do that? Watch this. But like in those moments, if you really seek God, I'm trying to tell y'all, if you really seek God in them situations where you really like you ain't feeling like yourself, he gonna guide you exactly where you're supposed to go. And even when you don't like the answer, he's going to give you the answer that he see fit. And if you got faith and you understand that his answer is never wrong, you're going to be good. You're going to be good. I'm telling y'all, when I just was going through what I was going through, I was like, every decision that I made, I understood I had to include God. Because if I didn't, I knew it just was not going to go the way that he wanted it to go. Hey, that's all I gotta say. If I didn't make my decisions based on him, baby, I would not have impressed him. Then I would have had stuff to figure out between me and him. Now I got to figure out how can I fix what I did. I done made God mad. Oh, no. Nah. How about this? Since you did that, see, this is our problem. We always want to get back. You can't get back. You got to let them handle that with God. When you got confidence in God, you be like, oh, you want to act like that? Bet. I'm going to let God handle you, and I'm going to go over here. Right? I'm going to go on over here and do what I got to do, and I'm going to let you handle what you got to do with God, because I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't mixing in that. But we be so focused on trying to get back. You got to have faith that God going to handle that. However God want to handle it. It ain't up to you. It's really not in your control. We want to control so much that we won't let God control it. And I get it, because like we go through so many things and we feel so many emotions that we be like, nah, I got to be in control. Because every time I let somebody else be in control, it don't work out right. Every time I trust somebody else to have control, something else end up happening. So from here on out, I'm in control. I ain't letting my heart get broke. I ain't letting woo, woo, woo. And then you think you got so much control that you literally don't give God any control. And now you in a situation that you just don't understand. And God like, look, man, you should have just let me steer the boat. What Meg say, let me drive the boat. You should have just let God drive the boat. But I get it, man. We be going through things where we really feel like if we don't have control, it's going to be bad for us. But when you got real faith, I'm telling y'all, like real faith, you have no worries. You don't have worries about who in control and how things going to turn out, because you understand that long as you make the right move, everything going to play out right. But when you focused on get back and you focused on impressing people, I'm trying to tell you, God hate that. He hate pride. He hate arrogance. And I'm so thankful that I even tapped into this part of the Bible to even reveal that, because the more and more that I read it and the more and more that I apply it to my life, I peeped that I had a lot of pride. That's why I'm adamant about it, because I get it. I had a lot of pride. I was making a lot of decisions based on pride. And the reason I realize it is because now I have to check those. I got to correct that. I be ready to say something and I be like, no, that's my pride talking. That's my ego talking. And until you can do that, that's the key. That's a key. That's the key. I don't think I got it all figured out, but I promise to y'all, I know something. And God keep putting me through things. He keep placing me in different situations because he know I'm going to bring it forward every trip. He know that I don't, not that I don't care about anything that I go through, but I don't feel, what's the word? I'm never embarrassed about anything that God put me through. Why? That's the problem. That's what causes people to act crazy. That's what causes people to like do certain things. It's because that fear of being embarrassed. People want get back because they feel embarrassed. I always want to get back because I felt embarrassed or because I was hurt. And it was like, oh, you did me like that, I got to do you like that. Terrible mindset to have. Because now I had to adjust that. And ever since I adjusted, I get that God gonna always handle it for real. And it take that pressure off of you. Because what happens is you start making decisions and then you don't end up doing nothing but feeling guilty. I'm trying to tell y'all something. All you do is you make these decisions thinking that you about to do something, you about to change something, and then all that happens is you feel guilty. Because then God gonna put this pressure on you because you done pissed him off for real. That's what that be. Now you got this battle to fight with him. Now you got this battle to fight with him. So you really got to make these decisions based on him. No lie. That's one of my affirmations that I say every morning during my meditation is I make decisions based on what God wants, not me. Because, y'all, that's something that's a battle. That's real faith. That is really walking by faith, man. And it's hard. Anybody that's really like doing this, that's really like walking by faith, people, if you on here right now and you really walking by faith and you really like make decisions based on God, even when it don't make sense to you, I'm telling y'all, I be in situations that I be like, God, I don't get it. On my knees crying like, God, I don't get it. But whatever, man. If this how you want this to go, then let's rock out. But I don't get it. Please just show me what's up. And some of us are just so scared to do that. You asking everybody else. You're literally asking everybody around you how to solve something that God, like, all I want you to do is ask me. If you ask me, I'll give you the answer. That's what he do. I was calling people, I was sending messages or voice memos. When I finally sat down and I talked to God specifically, I had been praying. I ain't gonna cap, I prayed the whole time, of course. But when I finally sat down and I got specific and I wrote it down and I told him exactly what I wanted, he revealed it within hours. Within hours. I have been calling people for days talking about, man, I can't believe this. Right? As soon as I asked him, he was like, here you go. She said, I'm not scared, but growing up, people always said, don't question God. Yeah, you can't question God. You can question whatever else. I ain't gonna lie. You can question your daddy, your mama, your cousin. Don't question God, though. And if you do question him, you need to be asking him for some type of clarity. That's it. The only questions you should be asking him is, God, what do you want me to do? God, how do you want me to move? God, what do you need from me? God, what are you trying to teach me? God, how do you want me to move? Like, that's what you should be asking him. Don't be questioning his actions, though. See, because sometimes we ask him questions that I just named, and then when he revealed things to you, then you want to question that. No, this is the wrong time to ask questions. These are your answers. Follow through. Listen to me at this point. Ain't no more talking. Listen. We want to do a lot of talking. You ask the questions, and then when he answers you, you need to listen. We want to avoid that. Then we get to questioning his answer. Like, nah. Mm-mm. I be telling my girls in 360, like, look, God will take your blessing and give it to the next qualified. If God see that you qualify right now, and you don't see that you qualified, he gonna take it to the next person that's qualified. He don't play like that with his blessings. Like, if he's sitting here waiting to give you this blessing, and you want to just keep on playing, and you want to keep fumbling, and you don't want to listen to him, he gonna be like, all right, bet, I'm gonna let you just sit there in your sorrow, and I'm gonna let you sit there in your pride, and I'm gonna let you sit there in that hurt, and I'm gonna go on over here to the girl that's been healing, the one that's listening, the one that's obedient, the one that's making decisions based on me. I'm gonna go over here because I know that when I give her this blessing, she gonna really appreciate it because she's already learned her lesson from all of this. I hope y'all listening. And it's for my fellas too. This for my fellas too. I don't know. I feel like, listen, our men, we need to really, like, men gotta know their purpose too. I ain't really know another way to say it. But our men need to know their purpose too. Like, y'all gotta start seeking, like, really asking God too. Like, God, like, what am I meant to do? What am I meant for? Yeah, you meant to provide. Yeah, you meant to protect. But, like, it's something bigger. Just like as women, I always say, yeah, we're meant to be mothers. And yes, we're meant to love and nurture, you know. But it's something bigger. It's something bigger for every person. Like, we get so stuck in our roles. We get so stuck in being a mom, being a wife, being a sister, being an auntie, being a cousin, that we forget that God really got something way bigger. Like, yeah, that's all cool and he proud of you, but it's something way bigger. And sometimes people get intimidated by that. Like, men get intimidated by women that understand their purpose. And women are intimidated. I really know women that's intimidated by men that know their purpose. Like, if a woman see a man that's really, you know, he's clean cut and he's practicing certain things, you could tell he read, you could tell he into God. It's women that really get intimidated by that. They feel like, oh no, I'm not ready for that. Right? This is why it's really just so important to work on you. We had dumb ourselves down and we had just accept that. Like, we'll look at somebody and say, I ain't ready for that, and then just go find somebody that's ready for this version of you. Why don't you want to work on yourself so that you ain't never got to feel like you ain't ready for something? You should be able to stand wherever, 10 toes down on some, like, yeah, I know I'm good. And it ain't about how much money you make. See, a lot of us get stuck on how much money we make. It's not about that. It's about here. I'm trying to give y'all a word right now. It ain't about money. It ain't about none of that. Yeah, this is the thing. It's about what's in your mind, because once you get your mind right, and once you got a connection with God, all that everything else, the money, the cars, the clothes, all that is going to follow. Because God is going to bless you. Once you really tapping into your purpose, because if you tapping into your purpose, that means you're helping other people. And God, once you helping other people, God going to step in and go crazy. You don't have to worry about that. See, we get so focused on like who got money and who got this and who got this and how they can do this and who can't do this. That don't matter, because all of that God can take and give back and take and give back. But that mindset, that's what you got to work on. Because once your mind get to a certain level, you're only going to be attracted to certain things anyway. So you don't have to worry about how much money somebody got and how much car somebody got, because your mind's so strong that you're only going to be attracted to a certain kind of mindset. I'm trying to give y'all a word right now. When your mind is on a certain level, you're only attracted to a certain kind of mind. Like you gotta connect. Like when somebody's mind is strong, you have to connect mentally first. They're not even really interested in all the other stuff. If their mind is strong enough, they're not even really interested in nothing else that you got. She said, isn't that us worshiping the wrong thing? What? Being interested in somebody's mind? I don't think so. Hey, Tiffany. I don't think so. I think that's what God wants. I don't think being interested in someone's mind versus their materialistic things is worshiping the wrong thing, because no, God wants us. That's what he wants us to do. He wants us to make sure that we are attracting the right kind of people. Now, he's not saying that you can't help them. Now, you can still help them. But as far, I was talking about dating. Oh, okay. She said the money part. Yeah. If you focused on how much money somebody got and all of that, yeah, you absolutely is worshiping the wrong thing. Yeah. Absolutely. Because like I said, it could be taken so easily. So like you could fall in love with somebody because they rich right now and then they broke next week, and then what? That's why you ain't supposed to do that for real. But only you got to work on you first, because like you got to have a certain mental capacity to understand that don't matter. You really do, because like if you lacking in a certain area, then you gonna want it from somebody else. Or you gonna feel like you don't deserve it if somebody else got it. Like, I could go all day on the mind and how powerful like your mind got to be for real to even like, because the world, like the more and more that you tap into God, this is why people be saying people woke and all that extra stuff, because it's like for real, the more you tap into God, you get wiser about certain things, and then you look at situations different. You really do. And some people can't handle that because their mind just simply don't think like yours. It ain't got nothing to do with you being better than nobody and you thinking you smarter than. It ain't none of that. It's just that when your mind moves a certain way, you literally will look at situations in a whole different way. You be like, you already know what God trying to do. Soon as you hear what's going on, you be like, oh yeah, this ain't nothing but God trying to woo 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 woo. And somebody else, they just focusing on like the small thing. They'll be focusing on like the bare minimum. And this is what I mean by once your mind is on a certain level, you only attract a certain kind of things, because it's like you have certain kind of conversations and you have a certain conversation and you like, yeah, no. You could tell. Like, yeah, no, this ain't gonna go nowhere. Like, oh yeah, nah. Y'all ever been talking to somebody and y'all be like, what? Like, what? You could tell a lot. You could tell a lot. But anyway, let's see what God got to say. What's in here? My highlighter. So, let's see what God got to say today. Where do y'all think we gonna land today? Where y'all think we gonna land today? Look at my nails, y'all. I got some new nails. I switched. These are my real nails. I can't believe that. So I switched the shape to like this almond shape because I'm about to be doing hair again. But I can't believe this is my natural nail. Like, this is my real nail. But anyway, yeah. Then y'all want to talk that one time. If you're focusing on material, you've already failed. I'm just saying. Yep. What chapter y'all think we gonna land in? Where y'all think God gonna take us today? Come on. Pick a chapter, y'all. She said almond is top tier. Period. Thank you. I agree. I really like these. I didn't know how I was gonna feel about them, but they giving like, you know. The girl that did my nails, she said they're dainty. She said they're so cute and dainty. I said, that's such a cute word. I don't know though. I don't even know what the fuck that. Why y'all make me cuss again? I was doing so. Dang. I'm allowed to say pissed though. I'm allowed to say that. So that didn't count. So that was 2. I only did 2 cuss words this whole time. That was good. She said, so Liz and JT need to get in on this part with the vocals, but I think if you're focusing on okay, Matthew, Job, Proverbs. Where y'all think we gonna land? What chapter y'all think we gonna land in? Come on, y'all don't know the chapters of the Bible? Where y'all think we gonna land today? Come on. Peter. We never landed in Peter, huh? Where y'all think we gonna land today? What we doing? What we doing? What we... Wait. Come on. Peter, Luke, Ruth, Luke. All right, whatever. Luke. IG ain't messing with us, y'all. I can't believe the numbers dropped when I pulled the Bible out. That's sick. John. Not the numbers dropped when the Bible came out. That's scary. Okay. Let's go. Genesis. Girl, you commenting all these different chapters. She crazy. All right. The second book of Kings. Let's see. Where is he going? Take my eyes. Okay. What is this about? Somebody's death. All right. Second book of Kings. Second book of Kings. Chapter 12. Why is my thing frozen? IG. The enemy is working against me on IG. Can y'all hear me? Hello? Y'all can hear me? Okay. Wow. For real, Sarah? That's crazy. Okay. All right. Second Book of Kings, chapter 12, verse 16. Verse 16. Okay. It says, the trespass money and sin money was not brought into the house of the Lord. It was the priest. Y'all hear that? Second Book of Kings, chapter 12, verse 16. The trespass money and sin money was not brought into the house of the Lord. It was the priest. Mm. Sorry, y'all know I like to read up and back just to see what else is being said. That's crazy that your book went straight into there, Sarah. But yeah, so do y'all hear that? So let's get into it. It says the trespass money and sin money was not brought into the house of the Lord. Okay? So what I get from that, actually, I like to ask y'all first. I like to ask if y'all, what did y'all get from that? Because y'all know I like to just go, I'll go straight in and give my opinion. So what does that mean to you? The trespass money and sin money was not brought into the house of the Lord. What does that mean to you? The money from the guilt offerings and the money from the sin offering was not brought into the house of the Lord. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. She said that not all money is good money. Yep. Yep. Boom. That's what I got from it right there, Costarari. Money earned the wrong way should not be tithed. Mm-hmm. You need to get your money in order, priorities. Okay. Paying tithes and offerings. Right. So listen, one thing that I'm really very, very firm on when it comes to the Bible is that no answer is the wrong answer. When you read the Bible, God gives you exactly what you need from that passage, right? So I don't believe that any answer could be wrong when it comes to the Bible, because he's going to literally give you what he feels that you need in that moment. So for me, when I read that, it said the trespass money and sin money was not brought into the house of the Lord. So what I feel like he mean by that is literally that he don't want the filthy money. He don't want that dirty money. He cool on that. Don't tithe and you know you rob somebody. Because see, and sometimes it get deeper than that. So listen, yeah, this is the surface of it. Yes, it's about money. Yes, he's saying don't tithe, but it gets deeper than just that too, though, right? It's deeper than just money. He like, don't come to me just because you know you did wrong. Don't bring me your problems. Don't come to me because you know you guilty. Only when you know you guilty. You know how many people only when they guilty they come into God like, please just pull me through this, just pull me through this. Nah, 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 nah. What about the good? What people got to understand when it come to paying your tithes is that is you asking God to bless your money. That is you telling God thank you. Wait, I need y'all to really listen to this. Paying your tithes is really you giving God back what he already blessed you with. See, we get caught up thinking we giving money to the church when we pay tithes. You're paying tithes because you're really thanking God for what he already gave you. Because he blessed you with that money. That's his money. So you really paying him what you owe. You really just giving him a percentage of what he already blessed you with. So he like, if you trying to pay tithes with dirty money, he like, what? I didn't give you that. You thanking me for something I ain't give you that. I don't want to touch that. That's the enemy's money. I ain't got that's his stuff. Don't bring that over here. Y'all know he don't play like that. He don't want nothing to do with that. You really just giving him 10% of what he gave you. So if you trying to tithe with bad money, he like, no, I ain't blessing that. You ain't getting no dirty money back tenfold. Don't go sell that dope. You can't be selling all this dope and then thinking just because you take it to the church and donate that God gonna bless that. God know where your heart at. God know what you already did. God know that you only paying this, you only doing this because you feel guilty and you want him to come through. He know your heart. This is why the heart, y'all know I always come back to the heart. The heart is it's so important. This speaks to it again. The heart. It speaks to your heart. Why you really doing it? He like, no, don't bring me that dirty money. I got some water right here. Right? He like, yeah, don't bring me that dirty money. Already know. I know why you bringing me that money. I know you feel guilty. I know you felt guilty when you did it. She said, what if you got to do it to feed your kids? That's just an excuse. That's that scarcity mindset that we got. That's that lack of faith. Because if you really know and you really understand it, then you get that. God already got that. God provide anything you need. God already know your kids got to eat. God ain't going to let your kids starve. So that's something, that's an excuse that we put in our mind. And we give ourselves a reason to be able to do things that we know we shouldn't. You don't have to do nothing to feed your kids. God going to do that. Y'all ain't, what? He fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and then had some left over. He will provide, trust me. He will. That's where that faith come in. We think that we gotta do stuff. You don't gotta do nothing. Now when you got him right there, he gonna make sure it happen. And he showed me that so many different ways, man. And he'll test you. And a lot of us fail to test, and that's why we going in circles. You think you're doing something that you need to do to feed your family, and that's why you just sitting there. God, like, if you just let me do it, you will elevate. People think they gotta stay somewhere to help their mom, and God, like, no, I want you to move so that you can meet this person, so that you can move your mama out there. People be so scared, like, God has something so heavy on you, and you really thinking, like, you letting fear overcome your faith. You letting fear overcome your faith. She said, what if you put money over your kids? Then you need to talk to God. I feel like you already know. If you asking these questions, you know the answer to that. That's something you knew the answer to already. What if you put money over your kids? Like, that's something, like, God, like, what? You know exactly what if. She said, of course I know it's wrong, but I'm trying to see something, right? She trying to prove something to somebody. She like, no, I need you to tell him too. She said, I'm trying to see something. Okay, period. She crazy with it. Man, while I was living a certain lifestyle, I prayed and said, I trust you, Lord. If you provide all your needs, I'll never do this again. And he been providing ever since. That's what he do. That's what he do. He do the supernatural. Stuff that you be like, how is this possible? Like, what? That's what he do. Because only God can do it. He do things that he show you that only he could have made that happen. But you got to trust him. And he really just wants you to take that first step. He wants you to let him know that you trust him. That's all it takes sometimes. Even if you don't fully trust him, what they say, a mustard seed. Just give him a little bit. Just have a little bit of faith. Like, God, come on. I trust you. And then don't make no decisions. No decisions is better than a bad decision, okay? He'd rather you not do anything and be still and just let him move than to just be making your own decisions. I promise, okay? I promise. He will much rather you just let him take control than you just be making decisions off of impulse. She said, okay, I like it, Picasso. She is funny. Straight up. Yep, put your mind to it. I promise y'all, Just let him take control. Anytime, something that I learned was anytime that you confused, just stay curious. Hi, Michelle, my sister. Good morning. I love you. Happy Monday. But right, anytime you're confused, the least that you can do is stay curious. Just seek God. When you're the most confused, just stay curious. If nothing else. If you don't do nothing, you can stay still. You cannot move, but just seek Him while you're doing it. Stay curious at what He is trying to teach you, what He is trying to show you. What is it? Okay, just stay curious. Okay. Yeah. She said, "Yeah, I used to just be doing stuff thinking I'm doing something and things don't go how I expected." Yeah, because we try to take control, and really we don't know the answer. God knows the answer. That's why we got to make decisions just based on Him. So I'm about to pray so I can go take a shower and get my day started. I need some breakfast, but let's pray out of here, y'all. Happy Monday. This was great. I don't even know what I'm gonna name this because this was a lot of different words today. Today we talked about, just having the power to walk away. And it's not always walking away. It's just showing God that you actually trust Him. Like being willing to just allow Him to guide you, right? Just making right decisions, really making godly decisions, even when you're in those seasons of, trying seasons is what I would call them, right? When you're in those trying seasons, you still got to make decisions based on what He wants. You can't let your pride and your arrogance and all of that step in. It's not your decision. You don't ever have to get back. That's his. Let them handle that with Him. That ain't got nothing. That's not your job. Trust me. He's in control. He don't need you to do nothing. He got this. Sometimes we just think we gotta prove something. No. No. Let him handle it. He got it. I promise you. Best decision I ever made. She said every time I did something wrong, something what happened, he was like, nope, me, nope, nope, yep, yep. Please watch yesterday's service. That's what we have been talking about. What? Oh my God. I'm gonna watch it after this. That's crazy. That's crazy. I gotta watch it because I didn't catch it yesterday. I was watching another service. Exactly, Castorari. You gotta have the power to fight. Yesterday in 360's training, I broke down. I told them I'm about to pray and we about to get out of here. But I was telling them just a few steps. Uh-oh. Instagram probably about to be Saudi. Can y'all hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. But I was giving them a few steps that you should take anytime that you feel like you're in a fight. And when I say a fight, I mean like a battle. Like when you know the enemy is trying you and when you feel like your back is up against the wall. Just a few things that you should just keep in mind, right? And what I told them is the F is for faith. You got to keep your faith. Your faith has to be strong through your fight, okay? Your faith has to stay strong. You have to keep your 10 toes strong, right? The I is for integrity. You have to have integrity. You have to be real because sometimes it's not really about you. It's really sometimes it's not the other person, it's you. Sometimes God is truly trying to show something to you. And you got to have integrity because you got to still move. You still have to move like God. You still have to have morals even when you're upset, even when you don't understand. You still have to have morals. So you have to have integrity. G is for God. You got to keep God first no matter what you're going through, no matter how you feel in that season. You got to keep God first and foremost, right? H is you got to be honest. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with God. And you got to be honest with whoever it is that make you feel like you're in this battle. For real. You got to be honest. That's the only way you're going to find the real solution. That's how you're going to really figure out what God is trying to reveal in that situation. And then the T is for testimony. You got to understand that anytime you're in a battle, anytime you're in a fight, it's going to be a testimony in it. God don't put you through nothing that He can't pull you through, right? So as long as you understand that there's light at the end of the tunnel, no matter what you're going through, you're going to win that fight. That was something that just came to mind yesterday when I was thinking of what should I tell my girls. All of those words just came to mind as I was breaking down what you should do when you feel like you're fighting. How y'all feel about that? So this was great. This was a good Bible and Blunt, y'all. So I only cussed 2 times this whole episode. Last time it was 5. We making progress. Before that, it was probably like 50. No cap. I'm not even joking. Like, that's not even me being dramatic. So I got down to 5, and now I'm down to 2. I only cussed twice today. That's growth. That's being intentional, right? I feel like you should keep this live. I keep all of them. Y'all go on my page. Y'all be sleep on me. Go on my page. Go to the live tab. Go to the series. Go to Bible and Blunts. You're going to be amazed. You're going to see so many episodes. You're going to be like, what? Where I've been at? Where I've been? I've been doing this since November. It's March. Okay? So, yes. Thank you, y'all. I love that y'all get to like watch my process. Y'all get to watch me grow. Y'all get to watch me slowly but surely, right, fix my mouth and do what God is telling me to do. That's amazing to me. So just keep holding me accountable. And before you know it, it's going to be effortless. Like, I'm not even going to think about it. That's the beauty of the process. But anyway, I love y'all. Let's pray out of here. Okay. So, Father God, I come to you today with an open heart and an open mind. I thank you for this platform. I thank you for everyone that you allowed to be under my voice today. I pray that this message resonated in some kind of way with everyone who took the time to listen today. Whether they're listening live or they're listening later, I just pray that it resonates in some kind of way. I ask that everyone seek you. We will seek you. Anytime that we feel like we're in a fight, we understand that that battle is truly yours. So we're okay. No matter what it feels like in the moment, in that season, we know that we're okay as long as we seek you, because there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You will not put us through anything that we cannot get through. Anything that we go through, we will get through. Anything that we get through, we will grow through. And we understand that. We will seek you. We will find you. We will trust you through the process, God. I ask that you continue to be our strength, to be our wisdom. Keep us obedient. We understand that obedience is truly key. I want you to reveal our purpose to us, whether it hurt or not. I ask that you just do it. We're ready, God. We're ready for the next level. We're ready for whatever you have in store for us. Where I promise to be obedient and just have discernment in this day. I ask that you just guide us through this week and you do what you see fit. And in your name I pray. Amen. Amen. And so it is. What they say, and so it is, and it is so. Something like that. Okay, so that was amazing, y'all. That was great. Okay, find the church woman. Oh, she's like behind a little bit. Yes, y'all. I hope this was a good word. I hope that y'all like resonated with something that was said today. Remember just to keep him first, seek him first, make decisions based on him, even when it don't make sense, y'all. It's Monday. Set the tone for your week today. Go hard. Like, go hard. Understand that he got you. All right. I'm about to go wash this behind. Okay. Gotta go wash this booty. I would have said something else, but. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Happy Monday.